All right, welcome back to the best NFT show in the world. We are pumping. The chat is lit. We are bringing you the latest news from around the industry. We're packing that all into one episode, and we're throwing it at you on Tuesday, 2:30-ish time frame. You guys know what it is, man. I'm super excited for this, man. We have SupDucks on the interview today. We have a bunch of stories. I apologize in advance for all of the projects we're going to leave off the rundown today, but it's just too much, man. Ronan, how are you doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good. How about yourself? You know, it's been a big week in NFTs. Like, not like we say that every week, but obviously, like, there's a lot of stuff going on around the Twitterverse, right? Like, in like crypto and NFTs. I heard you had like quite a week, huh?
You know, shout out to Des Bryant, man. That's my like childhood wide receiver. There he is, right there, dude. One day we won't have fake Des. We'll have real Des. On NFT Live. Ronan's gonna make that happen, man. Ronan's got the connects, so I'm trusting him. So yeah, man, it's been a great week. Again, NFTs, I mean, there have been scams, there have been pumps, there have been dumps, there has been everything, stories galore. NFTs just taking off, man. You called it early in the year, 2021, year of the NFT. So super excited to cover the stories for you today, man. How was your week?
Man, we've got a lot. I mean, we've got a lot to cover this week. Like you said, the scam thing is really interesting. We're definitely going to be jumping in and having a little discussion about the FameLadySquad and what's been going on with that. And, you know, I caught up on the thread and kind of, you know, gathered the info to share here. So we're definitely going to touch on that. Obviously, we were going to talk about like the Fvckcrystals and how that went down in the gas wars and how that's affecting like the collecting experience. And then on the other side of things, you got things like, you know, the PunksComics, right? PunksComics. They're avoiding gas wars altogether, and they're building a lot of value into that project. So it's going to be a good one, man. I'm really looking forward to it. As you guys hear, did you lose me?
No, I got you, man. I got you. I wanted to get to the sponsor here on our episode. Animoca Brands and Revv Racing have an awesome event that's coming up. I want to touch on our boy Buffalo, though. Everything you're seeing here, from the way we look in LADZ City to all of the clips that you're going to see played really well, happens because Buff's behind the scenes making it go down. He is really the Wizard of Oz here. How are you doing, my man?
Hello,
Buff?
boys. We got a banger of an episode. Yeah, man, we're going to give a shout out to Revv Racing. Sorry to be blocking your guys' little sponsors here. I'll get out of the way. And we got SupDucks, man. I'm a sup whale. Just, you know, going to get a shout out for the sups. And I'm looking forward to this episode, guys. So I'm going to let you guys get at it. And yeah, let's have a great one.
Awesome, brother. All right, well, we have Revv Racing. I want to give a shout out again. They are the sponsor for today's episode. Revv Racing is an arcade simulation racing game on Polygon being built by Animoca Brands. The public alpha release of the Revv Racing alpha inaugural launches tomorrow. It's a 7-day competitive racing event offering a total of $150K in prizes. We have a highlight that shows that way better than I can ever talk about it. So roll that buff and we will touch on Revv. Animoca coming through, man. Love it. Love that highlight there.
That's top-notch quality right there, man. I love it. Look, the game looks kind of cool. Like, I love the idea that we're starting to see more graphically pleasing experiences. Obviously, like with Revv bringing like the ability to do the racing thing and actually bring in some skill to that, right? Having this tournament, actually being able to go in and play the sim racers, I think is really cool, man. And for anybody who is not aware, there's a couple of different ways that you guys can actually snag the Revv Racing car NFTs. Either you had to have been holding 8,000 Revv on the 16th of July, which is now passed, unfortunately. They also have some liquidity events that are going to be going on with sand, game, and tower tokens that you can get into, as well as staking events for LMT and Super, which would allow you to earn some of those NFTs, as well as holders of Ninja stickers and CoinGecko Revv event NFTs will also be airdropped. Some of these pretty cool looking cars from Revv Racing, and check that out. The first mint has got a car. We got to get a dude. We got to shout out to Animoca. We got to get a LADZ City car going in this experience, man. I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm always loving what Animoca Brands does with their whole ecosystem in allowing for that yield, the gamification for the DeFi aspect with the token. They do a great job of combining all those aspects. So again, huge shout out to them. I will be following that event. It'll go to the 17th. Again, 150K in prizes. So we'll be watching that very closely. So we broke down, I think Ronan gave a great breakdown of the episode. We have SupDucks coming in here in just a moment for all you ducks in the chat. We have FameLadySquad and Queenship that is getting a little bit of drama. There's some scammery potentially happening there. Fvckcrystals, Star Atlas, PunksComics, Blankos, NFT Genius, BAYC, Parallel, Bitlectro. Where does it end? I don't know where it ends right now, but I guess I know where it starts. It's going to start with this SupDucks piece here in a second. We do have a giveaway for the Nobles to get to mid-episode, by the way. If you're a Noble in LADZ City, you hold more than 5,250 LADs, our social token, then you can go into the loot box section of LADZ City and try to win that giveaway that is going to be popped mid-episode. So, holy shit, that was a lot. Ronan, do we have anything before we want to get started?
Yeah, definitely. We want to go ahead and give that shout out to everybody who's in chat. We appreciate you coming in super hot with the energy, like to get the show going and have so much conversation happening and have like the community just really pumping and sharing the links and doing the thing. We appreciate you so much. I do want to remind you guys, don't forget to hit the like button. I know it's like super duper difficult, but if you can click the thumbs up, man, we really appreciate it. It does so much for the channel. Subscribing also is a huge aspect that gets us seen on the algorithms, that gets us pumping, that helps us see the growth that we have seen, and that is due to you guys so much. We want to say thank you. If you have not seen those statistics, we've been doing a banger of a job, and that is all thanks to the partners that we're making and all the new content creators that we're bringing on. So make sure you check out some of the other shows on the network as well. But outside of that, we appreciate you guys being here. Take this clip or take this link. Make sure you drop it in your favorite Discords right now because we're getting ready to interview the SupDucks. We've got Not a Number, Mr. Developer Code Man is his official title, coming up next. And we appreciate you guys sharing this with all those communities so we can get some attention on this project because I think it's pretty cool, man.
Absolutely, man. All right, well, let's get to this interview. Shout out to, yeah, you guys are both ducks. Buffalo and Ronan are both ducks. I tried to lie about it earlier pre-show, but then I got called out. I called out myself. I don't know. Anyways, we have SupDucks coming in here. Thanks again, guys, for stopping by. NFT Live, we're bringing you all the news from around the NFT space. This news is going to be about SupDucks, and we're going to take a deep dive in the project. So I'm getting word we have the ducks entering the chat. I'm getting word they're coming here.
The ducks are coming in right now. I've got live footage of the ducks coming into LADZ City right now. In a world with bread all over the floor, the ducks have taken over. They're coming in groves.
This is a real video.
Wow. All 10,000 of us, baby.
All right, that was a great intro. Thanks for putting that together, Buff. We do have Not a Number, the official developer code man for SupDucks.
What is up? What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up, Duck?
I'm
Nice,
so
man.
nervous. I'm just so nervous.
Don't be nervous. You can curse all you want. This is a safe space, if you will, for being nervous. So, you know what? Tell me a little bit about SupDucks, what you guys are doing for people that don't know what the heck is going on, and you can add some curse words in there if you need to.
Oh, man. SupDucks is a project born from just fun, wanting to have fun in this space. You know, Frankie is been around from CryptoKitties, the artist. Frankie's been around from CryptoKitties. He's been doing all sorts of blockchain stuff since the early days, and he just wanted to have some fun. And he saw a project I did with another one of the developers called Magic JPEG, and it was also just a project about kind of taking this blockchain stuff, and making it a bit more fun. It was like a collaborative canvas drawing thing. And but then we just built this project together. We put the team together, built the project. And this is, you guys are showing some shots of Frankie's app, the new iPhone app he released, where you can put any of your duck traits on any photo that you take. I love that one. I love the old school one. Oh my
What's
God.
up?
So yeah, this is just one of the many, you know, tools we want to build out for the community. You know, we don't want to just do drops for everybody. You know, we want to also just build free tools that, you know, are for community engagement and just for having fun. That's SupDucks.
Very cool. I love like the very like chill aspect. I love that like the roadmap didn't promise anything crazy. You know, I picked up some SupDucks on lunch because, you know, Frankie has been in the scene for a long time. And sometimes like that's all I need, right? Like I just like it's somebody who's OG, who's doing a project, whose art I can appreciate. I think the ducks are cool. I picked up 3 or 4 of them. I think I'm holding in the secondary market right at the peak. And I'm hodling hard, man, because I think they're really awesome. But I think the app is like one of those things where you find that utility, right? Like, and being able to provide something a little bit different. I haven't seen another project that's like, hey, where you can pull in your traits and stuff. So as a duck holder, like anybody else who's hanging out and chatting maybe in LADZ City, how do they get involved in like being able to jump in and maybe test out the app or give it a run? Because I'd love to see where I can pop my duck in throughout my day.
Oh, you can download the app right now. People have been posting the link. Frankie just made an announcement, I think actually while we were warming up, with the test flight link and everything. To just, it's on iPhone only. So boom, check the Discord announcements. And you'll get you'll get one of what is it called? The SupDuck access card, or what is it called? Membership card.
The membership card.
Yeah.
Speaking of Discord here, we're going to be in Discord a bunch because we have a Pokemon thing to show that really got the team going. But your Discord seems really, really awesome, man. You guys got a great vibe. We say our vibe, our tribe here in LADZ City in our Discord as well. But you guys are having a great time. We have a sup train going. So we are live in your Discord right now. Sup train for the YouTube chat. And it looks really lit in here, man. You guys have done a great job with your community.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I got to give just credit to the community. You know, we just made the ducks and the community showed up and they said, we know what the vibe is. We know what it is. And they made it for us. And I think that's just the power of like a quality project vision. Yeah.
Awesome, man. So tell me, I'm the only non-duck holder here. So I don't have any ducks. I should have got, how dare me. I get it. You can flame me on stream if you guys want to. Tell me what's going on with the roadmap. What's up?
For sure. Well, you should never say I'm not a duck holder. You should say I'm not a duck holder yet.
True. I am not a duck holder yet. Tell me a little bit about what is to come for SupDucks. I know you were trying not to like drop anything on stream, so be careful, but what's going on?
So, well, here's the official roadmap. I got it up. So, we built the app. We're also that was on one of the parts of our roadmap that we put after launch. We're gonna get a swag shop together. That's like a must do. That just comes down to logistics, like how are we selling these things and like what are we selling, hats, whatever. So we're gonna get the swag shop together. You know, Frankie is constantly talking to all sorts of people. He's really well connected, and he just moved to LA, so he's meeting with all sorts of folks that are can maybe possibly put together an animated series for us, because you know we are a big fan of the Stoner Cats. Shout out to the Stoner Cats, and we we love that idea. And you know the SupDuck style is very inspired by DuckTales, and so we have a cartoon DNA, and so I think that's a real possibility, is like an actual show, you know. Which is very interesting. Other than that, you know, we're constantly brainstorming what the next like drop is, right? What are the next things you guys can buy and sell and trade? So we have this idea for a duck jungle god, which is like you can sacrifice something to and you get something back. But you know, we're constantly kind of throwing around trying to figure out what is like the most epic next like drop for you guys. So could be a duck jungle god. I'll promise you this: if it's not the Duck Jungle God that we put on the roadmap, it'll be something better. We'll replace it with something better, you know. But we're constantly trying to come up with that and figure that out for you guys. Last thing, it is going to be an NFT New York City party. The entire SupDucks team is going there, and we're not anonymous, so you can come and hang out with us. And we won't be hiding behind, you know, whatever mask.
Whatever lady squad.
We're gonna be having a good time. Say what?
I said you're not hiding behind any lady squad.
Yeah, right. So, you know, we're there to hang out, actually. So come on down to NFT New York City. We're all coming. Yeah, I mean, that's just like what we have on the official roadmap. But, you know, I think with these projects, the NFT space is constantly evolving, constantly. Every day, as you guys talking about the amount of things that happened this week. So many things. So you know, I'm really into moving this space to the next level, you know, at every single, like, to me, I think we need to add more value to the space beyond, like, you can make a profit, right? That's good. People like to buy, sell, and trade, but, you know, there's got to be more value being incorporated over time in order for more people to get into the market and for this space to really grow. Because, you know, the more people in this market, the better. So the more kinds of value we can provide, the better. And to me, you know, having a roadmap right now, it's good. You know, people really want to know where's it going, but we're going to be coming up with stuff that probably we don't even expect right now. Because we want to make sure we're evolving the space, not just promising things, you know, for hype. You know, that's not what this project's about.
Right. Yeah, I love that. And in NFT NYC, there's a group of lads going. We're planning it. We've got a channel in our Discord. If you guys are planning on attending that event, make sure you drop in there and shout out. So we're definitely going to be flying, you know, into the city. We're going to have to figure out how Q's going to get into the party since he's not a SupDuck holder. But outside of that, dude, I'd love to hear. This is actually a question that I've wanted to ask, you know, some other projects, and unfortunately, I've not been on the show when we do the generative thing, but what if from a developer standpoint, like, what did you find to be the most difficult aspect of, like, putting this project together and getting it ready for launch? Like, it seems like there's a lot of moving parts, but for you personally, like, what would you say is the most difficult part of putting one of these projects together?
So I think I have to give a lot of credit to everyone knew him during launch. Zigolo, who's my developer partner in crime, he handled the drop flawlessly. He's the one that built. I mean, we had a very different drop than other NFT projects, which is something I want to note, is that our metadata is on chain, and we had a reveal on Mint where with no leaks, impossible to leak. So most reveal on mints, you can figure out what you're minting beforehand. It's a leak. But someone's calling me. Nope. And we had a reveal on Mint with on-chain randomized metadata, and then most other project, it's like it's pre-generated, right? It's pre-generated, and the index of which one you're buying gets revealed later. But ours was revealed actually on the blockchain, on the Mint, and so that was a really, really challenging process to do that, because we had to kind of create a new type of drop that, because all these other projects are doing pretty much copy paste drops. They're doing the same thing Hashmask did, but we did something completely different. Frankie kind of told us, like, what would an OG like crypto person want in the smart contract and the drop. And so that was a really challenging thing to learn and then actually handle live. It was crazy. Honestly, you guys Zigolo is the one that had to deal with all that stress. So he had the challenges for that part of it. Yeah, that's my developer story, I guess.
Shout out to Zigolo for helping and being instrumental in getting it done, man. We have 80 people in the house. Ronan just asked any questions for the guests before we let the team go. The last point that I wanted to make, and I don't know how I got stuck with this question since I'm the only one that can't access it, but apparently if you have a duck, you can access a Pokemon game within Discord. We have a couple shots to show, but take us through what the actual game is and why you guys decided to do it, and then we'll show you a couple shots of it live in action.
Hell yes, I would love to talk about this. I put this together because I was like, I just want to add some value to this community, like not free, just fun, right? And so what you can do, yeah, okay, we got the stream here. Basically, you go to the key input, and if you see people typing A and just A, D, I don't know why they're typing D.
Yeah.
If you type A, you actually press A on the Game Boy, and this computer runs these commands in order. U is for up,
Somebody
L
stream.
is for left, D is for down. And so, yeah, it's in the Game Boy stream. You can watch people play this game as a group live, and every command you type in here gets processed by the game and gets inputted. So we're all going to try to beat the game together. Oh, actually, I think this someone called me actually mid this interview and told me this stream, or said that I told him to call me if the stream went down. I guess the stream went down. So I'm going to put it right back up as soon as I'm done with this interview. Literally, I have to go fix this computer behind me.
In the meantime, can we get the photo of what this looks like?
Yeah, no, we have to share the photo. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see that there's like that's the game being played, and on the right side of the game is like this list of commands being input. And so anytime you type in LR, up, down, also you can type in sup instead of up to go up. That's a cool little trick.
Nice.
And yeah, that broke though. I need to fix that. So, but the stream will be right back up after this interview. That's awesome. The stuff.
We'll tune back in. Yeah, we'll tune back in before we cut out of here for the day, for sure. But I think that, look, it's obvious that you guys have a lot of passion, and the community is very, very strong. So I think that it's really cool, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next. I'm probably going to be playing some Pokemon at some point in the middle of the night, cool. When I can't sleep, because that sounds like a lot of fun. So I didn't see any like direct questions in chat. Is there anything that you wanted to drop on us before we let you go? Maybe for the community or kind of the project as a whole?
No, just a shout out to NFT Live. It's a podcast. It's the best NFT show in the world, actually. And I'm just going to give a shout out to them.
I heard those guys were kind of cool. 2/3 of them.
Try. Yeah, the non-duck owners or not non-duck owners yet. That's what we're going with.
There you go.
There we go.
All right. Buff, one last shot. Somebody made a meme in their Discord, in the SupDucks Discord. This is High NFT Live, so we got to play that one. So shout out to Limp who put that together on the fly, man. But all right, we will get up out of here. Thank you, not a number, for showing up here and breaking down the project, man. You guys are awesome. Love this community, man, for sure.
Peace out.
Thanks, buddy. That's awesome. I'm pulling up Discord now. I'm like, oh wait, I gotta go save that picture so I can post it on Twitter or something, man. There it is.
Man, what a vibe, man. Like, you just get it, right? When you go into Discords and you just feel a vibe, they got it. So they got the juice there. Again, big shout out to SupDucks. I will potentially be buying one here after the stream so I don't get flamed anymore.
We'll do our best.
Get this man a duck.
Yeah, anybody want to drop me a duck? Maybe I'll drop it. Maybe I'll drop my address there in stream if you guys want to drop me one. But anyways, 83 people in the house, man. We are going to hit all-time highs for sure today. Super excited. Thank you for the ducks stopping by. We have a whole rest of an episode to get to. We have all of the news from around the industry. That was an interview with SupDucks, and we are going to get to the big time news pieces in the industry. It's going to be a good one. And like we see a little chicken there, we're going to touch on some chicken derby to start. This announcement just dropped right before we went live. Had to add it into the show today. So let's get another one of our sponsors here, Chicken Derby, into the episode.
Let's go! I'm getting a chicken!
I wish we had the Kagi stream pulled up. I wish we had the NFT Arcade stream pulled. That would be epic, man. This chicken is making a lot of noise. Someone needs to take care of this guy. Yeah, Chicken Derby, guys. We're going to be covering it on Friday. They have a drop at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard for the remainders. I know Ronan was talking about getting in. We got a lot of FOMO happening in the industry for this Zed Run competitor. Ronan, are you getting into some chicken derbs?
I'm jumping in a chicken derby this time around. I'm not going to be left out. I'm not going to be a non-SupDucker. It's not for me.
Just getting walloped today, boys. All right, that is Chicken Derby, man. Again, we'll be covering that. There is an actual guild now in LADZ City, so if you go to our Discord, we have the link there in the description. You could head into LADZ City, and we have all of these different guilds. Fvck's one. We have a Crypto Blades one. We have a Chicken Derby. But we're trying to add all the time to that guild list. But Chicken Derb's definitely a good one. All right, we'll make it into the probably the biggest piece of news from the last 24 hours, man. We had a big kind of accusation come in the industry with FameLadySquad and Queenship drama, or the Queenship project actually coming out and with allegations of scams, saying that all of these two projects basically had said that they were 3 females, or the team was full of obviously female team members, and it actually came out, or it was allegation led, that there were 3 Russian males behind both of these projects. So huge kind of thread here. I mean, you can see this man spent a lot of time. This is not even the half of it. All of these allegations with Etherscan addresses, with different kind of pictures that were put out there. So we had this kind of come through. So what do you guys make of this, and how do you guys see this coming in?
I read through that whole thread, and it seems like, before this guy decided to share the information, he really did make sure that he was like connecting the dots, and he had like everything put together. It's a really long read, but it's a pretty interesting one if you're interested in how like he came across this information. And long story short, what ended up happening was he had like a direct connection with this team, and it was early on before they started launching all these kind of like faux products, and because of that, he happens to have like the addresses for these people, so he was able to connect the dots between like these guys and then these projects. And so through just some serious sleuthing, through going through, the public domain or the public information, and just working through it. And then he points out some other things like grammar that they use that specifically, like there you can see, like specifically if you look on Google, like it's going to translate, is going to use that word marketer and ideologist. Like these are words that like come up, but they're not actually used. You know what I mean? Like we don't call someone a marketer. So, there's some pretty telling stuff there. I think that anytime these projects come out and it's questionable, like it's a problem, right? Like, cause they're all so anonymous, and obviously you want to be able to keep that anonymity and keep that layer of between you and, the project, if that's the way you want to go about it. But it does allow for some of these situations to take place. And if this comes to light and it's 100% accurate, then you're looking at, these guys launch multiple projects. I mean, lots of projects, and, 80, 90, 100 ETH each. It's not a little bit of money, right? And if they just disappear and all these projects are left, I mean, some of those projects like the FameLadySquad has really pumped. I mean, you're talking about people holding huge bags, like, it's not good for them. So, it's interesting to see. We'll see what happens. I think the community is really kind of rallying themselves. They've created their own community Discord. You have there, I am Bored Becky, who's, huge promoter of FameLadySquad, saying, look, like, we don't know exactly what's going on. We don't know what the truth is. But at the end of the day, like, no matter what happens, like, we have a very strong community, and we can like provide the value ourselves. So, it's really interesting. I love it when somebody like takes charge and says, I love this project and I don't want to let it die. But at the end of the day, if it's still feeding into that community, those funds are feeding into the wallet of these guys, what do you do? So it's going to be something we're definitely going to keep up with. We're going to want to chat about. I'm sure like a lot of people have some strong feelings about it. So, if you're into that kind of stuff, hop on Twitter, check it out, but definitely do your research.
It's definitely one that's playing out in real time on Twitter, right? You have people kind of updating. So it looks like the floor on FameLadySquad after this came out went 90% down. It also looks like a couple different things here. FameLadySquad came out and said they were not affiliated with Queenship in any sense. So all of this is kind of playing out in real time on Twitter, like Ronan said, for you guys to check out. This is going to continue to happen. It's not going to be anything that gets better with time. I mean, there's always going to be percentages of the population that look to take advantage of an industry that's popping off. You saw it in ICOs, probably more so in ICOs than NFTs, honestly, back in 2017, where there were just scam projects everywhere. So just stay vigilant. You want to make sure that you definitely get with a tribe or get with a community and start to cross-check facts and all of these things, so that you don't get, you don't end up getting screwed here. So we'll continue to monitor this. Again, I don't think are we ever going to find out, Ronan, if this is actually true? I think there's a lot of, I wouldn't call it accurate. It just gets muddy with this, right? Because the allegations were very clear, but will we ever know if this stuff is actually true? That's the big thing.
Yeah, so it is. They just posted a thread 4 minutes ago. If you want to go ahead and pull this up, if you go to their Twitter, I just pulled it up. It looks like they have posted an official statement. That official statement, about 3 or 4 tweets in, says, we thank and congratulate Fedor Linick on the investigation he made about us and the projects that we are involved in. The next one says, let's make it clear. FameLadySquad was created by a male team, and we are very sorry for not saying this previously. But it doesn't mean that it is a scam or a fraud. We love our NFT community and everything that is related to NFTs. At this point, you've blown all like credibility. Like if you think anyone wants to be associated with this at this point, you're living in crazy land.
Sheesh.
So if you're holding FameLadySquad, I'm sorry. And
get out now.
Get out. Yeah, get out now. But
wow.
Let's turn this into like a moment, right? Like, what do we do about this? Like, how do you avoid these things happening? How do we know? I mean, look, and this is not to like, this is no fun or anything. I'm just saying, like, we just spoke to Not a Number, very cool guy. Love his vibe, love the vibe of everything going on, but there's no real faces, right? He says they're not anonymous. They're going to be somewhere you can meet them. That's one thing, right? But like, how do we avoid another FameLadySquad, Ghost, Queenship or whatever, and all these other, I mean, it's not 1 or 2 projects. These guys have launched 7 or 8 projects, and they're basically saying, yeah, sorry, we totally lied. But
yeah,
we had. Oh, it does go on to say that they had good intentions. They totally had good intentions,
these guys.
You know what I mean? Like you used women
Yeah.
to get ahead. You used like it's just it's dirty. It feels dirty.
It does, and there are going to be a lot of scams in the space, but this one's got a lot to unpack because they sold themselves as having that female aspect. There's not a lot of females in the space already, and they use that as a way to get ahead. So there's a lot to unpack with this. How do we prevent this from happening in the future? You can't. There will always be something that happens. But this Fedor Linick guy did a great job. I think Justin Casey's saying it well. We regulate ourselves. There were a lot of, and I'm going to go to his thread again, there were Etherscan links, and that's what the beauty of the blockchain in a sense, right? Because you have a lot of these allegations being, shown with proof. You get to go to addresses, you get to be able to see how each of them ties into each other, and that wouldn't have happened had you not had the blockchain there. A lot of that would have been kind of obfuscated away from any of us. So shout out to Fedor Linick here, and the fact that they came out on stream and said that shout out to this guy. Wow. That's is
crazy.
Wild,
like,
man.
we congratulate him for the work he did. Like, that's not the look. If you could do a favor for one of the viewers, I can't remember who asked it, but someone did ask if there's a complete list of their projects. Chris Tuttle asked if there's a complete list. If you go to the last tweet in the accusation thread, the very last tweet gives us a full list of all the projects that he's confirmed that they're tied to. And I definitely think that's something we want our viewers to be able to like take a second and look at. And then maybe we can even share that same list into Discord and make sure everybody's aware of what's going on. So yeah, dude, not a good look for that team. Obviously this is, sad.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I want to make sure that I'm getting to the right thread. I mean, this is an absolutely like crazy long thread. So I want to make sure. Okay, here it is. Full list of projects that they're involved within. Again, I don't want to get into the they already kind of called themselves out here. So it looks like the accusations prove true. I'm not here saying that I have all the evidence that they are also being scams with this project.
Oh my gosh, dude.
So
really, they used look. There's another one that they did called BLM NFT. So they like basically just tried to play like this is like the scum of the scum. Like, what are you doing?
Sheesh. Yeah. All right. I think that was good. I'm going to drop the link here to this entire thread into the Discord chat or the YouTube chat. I don't want to get too. I mean, I think we covered it pretty well. We could have a whole conversation about it, but we have a whole episode to get to as well. So I'm actually going to just drop that link. Ronan, great job on finding that tweet, man. That was amazing to have while we were live. So phenomenal stuff for you covering that.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go ahead and move on because that's a icky feeling and I'm done with it.
Yeah.
So next up, we got for you guys a little conversation about FvckCrystals. Now, Q, you had a little something to say about these when you saw them, and I think to quote, you said these are fucking beautiful.
These are gorgeous, absolutely. I'm going to go to some of them that are being sold right now on OpenSea, but some of them that I initially saw when I just did a quick Google search they're fantastic. I mean, the amount of detail, and I don't even think the rendering's coming through correctly on Twitter, but the amount of detail in a fully rendered version of this it's beautiful but I mean, you get a little bit better look there. Yeah, fantastic job by FvckRender here.
Yeah, definitely. I think the art and the drop itself, obviously, like it was a good amount of pieces, and the pieces are really cool. Now the second part of that was, FvckCrystals, but also fuck your gas. Right? Because people got really, really stomped on gas. And this is an issue that we're seeing that is super prevalent with these drops, right? Like if you are not aware and you're not sitting and attentive, you can lose a lot of money on gas and get nothing for it, right? So, I think that somebody said that this one peaked out at 2,200 Gwei, which is, I mean, massive. I would never ever think that I would have to put in 2,200 Gwei to get like a transaction to go through quick enough. But you're talking about only 4,000 items. It's FvckRender. He's one of the biggest artists in the space. Obviously, like any of his stuff goes for like prime dollar. The access was given to owners who had pieces of his previously, and they burned them to mint these, right? And then the open edition, once it hit that, and it was open for everyone, it was sold out in less than a minute. So a lot of people got wrecked. A lot of people were like, "Oh, I'm going to throw in 400 or 500 Gwei because that'll do it," and spent hundreds of dollars, and it's just gone. And so, I thought it was important, obviously, to bring it up, but I think that education is really important. I actually had a tweet this morning letting people know, if you guys use MetaMask mobile, update it, because right now it actually has this really cool function where it's taking advantage of the new EIP that they rolled out on Friday, which gives you the ability to more accurately, predict whether or not a transaction will go through based on the Gwei that you're spending. And essentially the way it works is you put in how much Gwei you have, and it's going to tell you in green, likely to go through in 15 to 30 seconds, or red, unsure when it's going to go through. And I used it for fluff. I see XP, there's your fluff. Okay, that's how we're going to reference fluff on this episode. But yeah, I used it to get my fluff on Saturday, and worked perfectly, man. I put in the least amount of Gwei that still gave me 15 to 30 seconds, and it was literally processed, and I think it took 20 seconds.
Yeah, Chris Tuttle, Ramses is in chat saying, anyone who has been playing in ETH for a while might have fun checking fees. What the fuck? It is sobering. Don't go to that. Don't go to that website.
Don't take that advice.
If you value your sanity, do not go to fees. What the fuck. So, by the way, we blew past our previous record of saying fuck on this show. I think we've said it maybe 50 times. Buffalo needs to get the beat for us next episode. But yeah, we totally, there you go. The whole episode, there it is. Yeah, remainder. But yeah, this drop did really well. Kind of knew that was going to happen. Obviously, the floor price right now is 2.1 ETH for one crystal here. So really a great job for that project. We're going to continue to move through the episode here. You guys are being lit. You're lighting up the chat. And you guys are doing a great job there. So continue to do that. We did have a question from Scott Lawrence. I don't know if you guys saw this, but the Poly Network hack happened today. earlier this morning, and $600 million hack. It is the largest hack that has ever happened, I believe, in crypto. It literally, I think it's even larger than the Mt. Gox hack back in 2014 timeframe. Currently, the funds are frozen. I don't think they're necessarily all frozen, but definitely the account has been blacklisted from certain exchanges. So the funds are sitting there. There's people on the case, but the biggest hack that has ever happened in crypto with this Poly Network hack happened this morning. So I know that's not NFT necessarily, but wanted to kind of get that for sure to you guys. So, all right, I'll move into the next piece here. Star Atlas is a game that I am keeping my eyes on. They had a token update come from their Twitter and Medium today. You can see this is directly from their Twitter profile. Breaking: Atlas and Polis are about to take off. The countdown to launching the Star Atlas token sale on FTX, Radium, and Apollo X has begun. The way this is going to work, guys, is we have a $1 million sale on FTX and a 500,000 sale split amongst Radium and Apollo, I believe. So that is going to be huge. Star Atlas is an awesome RPG MMO. They have these massive plans to release a NFT game over the course of the next few years, and Atlas and Polis are going to be their main two tokens, one being a currency, I believe, of the system, and then one being the governance token, kind of like Axie Infinity if you think about SLP and AXS tokens. So as you can see here, Atlas and Polis equal to 1 million will be allocated to the FTX exchange, and an additional 500 to be split amongst the decentralized exchanges Radium and Apollo X. Along with this stuff, there is going to be a land sale for Star Atlas, and then we do have NFTs that have been awarded or bought by the community going to allow access to the previously mentioned token sale. So kind of a big update there from Star Atlas, man. I wanted to get you guys all of that info and just the beautiful pictures as well that are coming out from Star Atlas here, man. So while I go through those pictures, Ronan, do you have any comments on kind of the current sale or any comments on Star Atlas at all?
Yeah, man, I think that it looks like a really cool project. I'm a huge like sci-fi, like space geek. I've got Elite Dangerous. I put a lot of hours into Elite Dangerous. And I definitely think this is something that I could totally get into. I'm really looking forward to seeing like how the economy works, and including the tokens and everything. This is the future of gaming, play to earn, right? Like, and being able to go in and take part in this fantasy world that we enjoy, being in, and then actually being able to earn money through the time that we're spending playing this game. So, I'm definitely looking forward to the token. I'm going to be looking at land. I'm starting to learn more and more that land is a pretty good investment in this space. Investment advice. But, the game looks really good. I think that the goal here is to take what they've said themselves in their blogs and stuff, is that they want to kind of recreate that EVE Online feel, right? But actually make it graphical. EVE has been around since 2003. It's 18 years ago. We can make this look better and get more people involved, right? So I'm really interested in it. The less that you have to worry about like the crypto side of things, the better. So I'm interested to see what their plan is to onboard and bring more people into the experience through without as many hurdles as possible. But if they can solve that, I think this is a project that could really take off.
Absolutely, man. I think you touched on it a lot. As far as the onboarding goes, they are utilizing Solana. So this is going to utilize a Solana wallet. It's going to onboard people into that ecosystem. The biggest piece, man, with Illuvium and Star Atlas and all these things, NFT gaming using Unreal Engine, right? You see the look here of Unreal Engine and what that's going to allow you to do. It's not just going to be anime characters or 2D characters. This is going to be fully immersive 3D environments like you see in AAA games, and that's what you're seeing. And I'm doubling down hard, man. Illuvium, Star Atlas, a couple of these other games, they are going to fly. Not investment advice. Do your own damn research. You know what it is, but these are going to do very, very well, and I'm super excited for the future of NFT gaming.
Absolutely, man. I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. Like I told you, don't let me forget about the token sale because I want in on this one. I really do feel like it's going to be an excellent, like, just project overall, and one that I'm going to make sure that I'm watching, as time goes on. So shout out to everybody who's in chat. I did want to make sure that you guys got a little bit of love. I appreciate Choina dropping some alpha there and breaking it down, explaining that Atlas tokens are going to be the in-game currency and Polis tokens are going to be the governance token, which is really cool. DP unfortunately did not heed our advice and looked up how much money he has spent on gas to the tune of $2,400. Rip your gas money, brother. I'm sorry. But anyway, so next up is the what do we have next up? You've got something that's you looked at your gas? Did you do that?
I did it. I'm not going to talk about it. We'll move on. We're moving on. We got NFT Genius. You've got did I wow, I totally jumped off track here, guys. NFT Genius later in the episode. Hit it, Ronan. We've got PunksComics, I believe, to get into.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to make sure that just as we're bringing you guys, news from across the landscape about all the crazy, crappy stuff going on. I think it's worth highlighting some of these projects that are really doing things well. I think PunksComics is definitely one of those. If you don't know about PunksComics, they've got this comic. There was 10,000 issued, and then that comic has now been given utility over time that continues to build and has brought the PunksComics to over a 2 ETH floor. You've been dropped what's called a mint pass. The mint passes are really cool, right? So what they did was originally PunksComics plays into the Meta Hero universe. The Meta Hero universe has like a handful of base heroes. Those heroes then produce the Meta Hero generative project. The idea was you were going to have 10,000 heroes and just like any other project. Well, what they ended up doing over the weekend was they put it to the DAO, and the Punks DAO said, you know what? We actually don't want it to go to a public sale at all. Every Punks comic holder can mint a mint pass. They have 7 days to do so. And after that, it closes. So if only 4,000 of those are minted, there's only ever going to be 4,000 meta heroes that can be created through the generative process, right? To further that, they're not putting a gate on that. So if you hold one mint pass, and 5 years from now, you can still go into their system, burn that mint pass, and be able to generate a meta hero. So they're really building out a lot of utility, and they're gating access, right? And they're giving holders more value. So, if you're a Punks comic holder, you're watching this play out and you're like, man, these guys are doing a lot of really cool things. I expect that other projects are going to start to do a lot of things similar. This is basically taking the Bored Ape concept of dropping the dogs and fleshing it out a little bit more and using it to create scarcity, but also front end value, not just necessarily value afterwards, right? So really cool approach to the project. Shout out to Beanie Maxi and his team. I think they're doing excellent things over there. And, just for clarity, I burned one for a DAO token, and I'm holding the other one so I could stake it because I want a physical Punks comic.
Love it, man. I love that digiphysical play as well. We will touch on this next piece. Yeah. We'll touch on this next piece here. Blankos had a big announcement. We've been covering Blankos for a long time here on the channel. They just had their recent release. This is a really cool video, by the way. They it's not that long, but so kind of a drop trailer there as we see August 11th, which I had to check my schedule because I don't know what day it is anymore. But August 11th is going to be that drop. I believe the Burberry tomorrow. I believe the Burberry NFTs here within Blankos are going to go for around $300. There was a quick article that we had that I'll drop in chat as well from Vogue Business. So this actually made Vogue, as you can see, the topic of the article, why games become luxury fashion NFT on-ramps. So really that merge between digital and physical and kind of making its way into mainstream, right? You have Burberry. I think Louis Vuitton is mentioned in this as well. So really cool update here from Blankos. And I really think long-term Blankos is going to do well. I think they're working their way through the gameplay mechanics and all of these different things, but long-term, I really like Blankos, and I'm looking forward to seeing their different releases and seeing what our early Blankos NFT purchases can get us. So
Yeah, man. I've already like been playing in the marketplace. Very fun, very cool. I think like the main like takeaway here is that like now like, and this article does speak to this point, is like now you have the ability for a brand that prides itself on like luxury and kind of that scarcity and that availability. They can actually launch a digital product that still feels right to the brand, right? Like it still feels like it exists in the right type of space because it's limited, it's not as easily obtained, and there's true ownership there. So a brand like Burberry can go in and drop these NFTs with a project like Blankos, and then a year from now launch an entire NFT experience that goes back and awards players for holding these Blankos, and then now builds on this entire ecosystem, right, of NFTs and how they play into marketing and that future of earning through and alongside brands that we're fans of.
Yep. Love it too. The business model here, as you can see based on this article, is Blankos went to Burberry and said, hey, you can take 100% of these sales, which is going to account to 395, but we are getting that secondary market fee. And that's looks like, based on, again, the comments in this article, how the model is going to work when approaching these big brands. So awesome, man. Yeah, great stuff from Blankos here. We're going to be watching that ecosystem grow out, but let's hit the next story and let's make our way to the end of the episode.
Yep. So next up, we've got the NFT experience. This is being put together by the guys over at NFT Genius, who you guys know have been on the show before, have done a lot of really cool things in the space. So now they're putting together this virtual conference. As you can see, there's going to be Mark Cuban as well as Roham from Dapper Labs. And then you've got, it says, over 40 additional panel speakers, of which your boy Ronan is going to be one. So I'm hosting a panel on Thursday afternoon talking about fashion and NFTs, as well as the creator economy. One of those. I can't remember which one I'm talking about for this. I'm also speaking
just a renaissance,
on another
man.
engagement on tomorrow. So one Wednesday, one Thursday this week, the NFT experience, as well as the Web3 fashion show I'm going to be chatting about. But yeah, so this is looking really cool. There's some really amazing topics here. As you can see, that's actually mine right there. Contemporary Renaissance, how NFTs are globalizing the patronage of artists is my topic. And I'm really looking forward to hosting that chat. It's going to be a fun one. Roger Dickerman is going to be in that chat. Some other cool guests, but you definitely want to check out the schedule.
Dissertation coming with this, Ronan? Contemporary Renaissance, how NFTs are globalizing the patronage of artists?
All I have to say is I was like, man, that's like a really serious title for like the panel. And they asked me to do it, and like, because like we're buddies with the NFT Genius team, and I was like, absolutely, I'd love to do it. And I was thinking like this must play into like this bigger, I don't know, like maybe it's like that's the view. But no, they've got NFTs, the new sports trading cards. Like, why did I get this one? Hey, they think that it's a good conversation. I'd love to have a conversation about the creator economy and kind of talking about how that's going to change the everyday life of hopefully millions of people as we move forward into like, the industrial age, right? And the blockchain and just NFTs and what this technology does for everyone. So really looking forward to it.
Yeah, that brings back a lot of memories from Ronan on Clubhouse. I think that was a lot of the talk that we were having there on Clubhouse. But we have about 10 minutes left of this episode, guys. We are going to get into Bored Ape Yacht Club. We're going to get into parallel NFTs, and then we got some highlights to show you at the end. Buffalo, what do you think about this episode, man? How are you doing back there? And are we putting on an okay show for you?
Oh, man, I keep watching the view count, and you guys are teasing me. We've been at 93. We've been at 95. We've been at 96. And then we go back down to 80. Now, I got something special lined up if we can get to 100. So go outside right now and scream to everybody, your neighbor's dog, and get them online, and let's get that view count to 3 digits. Can we do it?
I'm tweeting.
Come on.
I'm tweeting.
I got something special. I've been building it. It's massive. It's going to blow your minds.
Let's do it. All right.
But yes,
let's
great
go.
show so far, guys. Keep it up. We can get there. We can get to 100. So go outside right now.
I'm watching us while we go. Hopefully they don't IP ban me. All right, so thanks again, Buffalo. Appreciate what you're doing, man. You're cutting the shots. You're getting the highlights together, man. Killing it, absolutely. So if you guys haven't checked out NFT Arcade, by the way, the studio from last week, that was freaking sick. That was awesome. So, all right, we'll touch on the next piece here. Ronan's got it, and we will continue. Let's hit 100.
Yeah, and just as a note, I'm definitely looking forward to doing some of that stuff, man. That's going to be fun, man. Some more green screen things, man. It's going to be a good time. So next up, we're chatting a little bit about the Artifact and Bored Ape Yacht Club. So it looks like the apes may be getting some boat shoes. They teased out this image yesterday or the day before, 2 days ago. And look, it's the first. They teased that they were working with the Bored Ape Yacht Club. They said they were having something coming our way. This is what we're looking at right now. Is it looks like an Artifact boat shoe. So how we get to personalize them with our apes, I'm really looking forward to that. For anyone who got in on the merch drop over the weekend, big shout out to you guys. I snagged myself a couple of shirts, a couple of hoodies. I grabbed a couple of hats. Dude,
Ronan cleaned it out.
There's one piece of Bored Ape Yacht Club merch that I do not own, and it's the red hat from the first drop. And I don't even want to know how much one of those would cost me, but I promise you, man, I'm going to make sure I got them all. I ordered 2 basketballs. I've got my merch. I'm ready for the show. But yeah, so shout out to these guys. Oh, man. Oh, hello. Those look so pretty. Somebody's already got theirs? Dude, I need to track my hats. My hats might be in.
I definitely have the basketball, and I definitely have the T-shirts. I got 2 of those highlighter T-shirts. Really cool drop. Ronan cleared the floor with everything.
Dude,
we were at 98.
Hoodie? Those hoodies, the hoodies are fire, brother. I ordered an extra. Okay, get at me. So the Artifact is also announced earlier today that they also worked out a partnership with Ready Player Me, and I just thought that this was like super cool. You can go in and oh man, I wish I would have. Yeah. Anyway, you can go in, you can create your avatar in Ready Player Me, and it can don their really what is it? They're kind of like the piece they're known for. It's the Artifact jacket, right? The Metaverse jacket. And then they've got another one that's the Fuo shoes, where you can rock the shoes in a bubble jacket. That's the one that my avatar is rocking. That you can also pull into rare rooms if you did not know that. So definitely check that out. Look, this is huge, man, because Ready Player Me avatars plug into a lot of experiences, including like VR chat, as you can see there. Like people are going to start seeing these things and being like, where is this coming from? Like NFTs, it's just starting to click. It's starting to make sense. Like eventually you're going to look, Ready Player Me is going to check your wallet and you're going to have to own one of these bad boys to be able to wear it. Right. So Artifact's leading the way. Shout out to those guys in that team over there.
Absolutely, man. And another one that is leading the way and really pumped, and we want to give a shout out to a content creator on the Lad City Network. We got Young Content here. He's absolutely getting after it. He's showing off some parallel NFTs that have popped off. The physical aspect of owning these cards is awesome. And by the way, Young Content just looking absolutely fresh. I don't know what is the best thing about this photo. Is it the pink Jesus sandals? Is it the long socks? Is it the hoodie? I mean, what is it, man?
It's the mustache, man. He crushed.
It's not any one thing. It is the complete fucking package. Shout out to Young. I can't wait to hit the streets of New York with him, being dapper AF and really getting at it. So look, Parallel really popped off. I really wish I would have kept up with that project. I think it looks really cool. The cards are absolutely insane. The swag looks so clean. This is what we want to see more of. We can support brands that bring quality experiences and gear and reason for community. So shout out to Parallel, Young Content. We appreciate you, brother. I can't wait to hang out in NFT NYC.
Sell me this card, Ronan. It's an NFT.
I love it.
All right.
I love it.
Guys, we hit 98, and you're going to do Buffalo like that, man. We hit 98, and Buffalo's waiting in the wings to share a video that I'm not even going to be able to see until we hit 100. I cannot believe we teased the 100 drop. Man.
That close.
So close. That close. Next week, we got a goal.
Yep. We'll get there. I've had it queued up now twice on NFT Arcade, and both times it gets to 97, 98, and then it drops back down. And I was like, it's like they know.
Do we have a guest next week?
We have a guest almost every day, bro.
I know, but like I'm curious if we have
Bryant might get us.
Look, I'm not kidding. If we don't have one yet, I will send a text right now to his partner, and we will chat about their project next week. I'm shooting that off right now.
Man, let's do it. 100%. You guys heard it here first. on 100. If we get
we
that
need to get
team,
100 people in here. Not the whole team.
We're getting all the Dallas Cowboys. Is that what you're telling me? The whole team is coming?
I mean, if we
All
hit
right.
100 people, man.
I got you. All right. Okay. This is what we're going to do. Last shout out we want to give, other than to our sponsor, Animoca Brands. You guys kill it. Revv Racing tomorrow. Check that out. It is in the description. Last shout out we want to give is to the Bitlectro team. We've been talking with Gabe over there at Bitlectro for a long time. Since we kind of came in on that event at the end of last month, we've been talking to him a bunch. So want to give a quick shout out. And here is a highlight. I don't know if Buff wants to kind of break it down before he plays it, but this was a Metaverse event in crypto boxes that we did. Buff, you want to take it away? Fire. Thanks for putting that together, Buff. That was great, man. And shout out to Fun Uncle as well.
That was all Fun Uncle, man. I mean, I shot those. Like, I'm a cameraman, so I've worked a lot of festivals and concerts, so I'm literally running around like a camera in CryptoVoxels, but that was all edited by Fun Uncle. And shout out to Gabe over at Bitlectro. There is another party later this month. We are going to be there. We have split up a voxel estate to have a Lad City branded, Bitlectro branded, epic, just all-out party. We're going to be doing this every month and maybe every week, moving forward. So more on that later this month as we promote it. But yeah, we'll be recording that, so you want to show up and be your best self and maybe make it onto the highlight reel for this month. So huge shout-out, Fun Uncle, man. That was a great edit.
Yeah,
Awesome.
man. Shout out to Fun Uncle for producing that content for us, man. That was excellent. Loved it.
Love it, man. Uncle, you're killing it, man. I can't wait to see those Hawaiian shirt NFTs as well. I saw a little bit of a teaser, man. I definitely want to see you build that out. But guys, we've made it to the end of the episode. It was going to be a banger. It was going to be bananas. And I think we did an all right job with it. So Ronan, absolutely killer job, man. You're always bringing the info. Buff, always, bringing the hot stuff for us on the highlights and everything that you do for the show, man. It's awesome.
For sure, man. Much love.
That was a good episode,
you got
man.
anything? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that was an excellent episode. Shout out to Not a Number from SupDucks, Mr. Developer Code Man, for coming on and having a chat with us. Obviously, big shout out to everyone who's been hanging out and chat and keeping it lit. We appreciate you so much. Cindy Lee says she jumped into all types of stuff over last week. Ducks, spookies, bunnies, bored-ass stoners, punks, fast food, everything. I feel you, and that's definitely what it's about here in the space, right? So I think that's about it, and that'll be our vibe and our tribe.
Peace.